Let go. Let go. I want to share some information on letting go. I often have dreams that spiritually, emotionally, spiritually tell me to let things go. What am I holding on to? What are my beliefs that are holding me back? Sometimes even the best education, the best knowledge, good things that I understand that are meant to help stop me from moving forward. Without say, negative things stop us from moving forward. Negative things will hold us back. The stories that we tell ourselves that are negative will hold us back 100%. But is it possible that the things that we need, the things that we think we need, that will help us, even if we think they're a positive thing, can hold us back? And my answer is yes. So the dream that I had just last night that reminded me of this, and I actually have two great examples, two great dreams that I've had. And I'll share this dream that I had last night. And in short, I was introduced to a lady. And this is a dream, so it has nothing to do with judging anyone. But it was a very short, a very small Middle Eastern lady. And I was introduced to her for her to have a conversation with me to see if I was someone that was, I don't know if reliable, someone that was, I can't think of the word. But the person who introduced me to this lady basically wanted her to check me out, right? They wanted her to talk to me, and I kind of feel like, help me now. So I was introduced to her, and she just looked at me. She didn't really speak until I spoke. And I shared a couple of small things with her about me, and she just kept giving me a weird look. So I felt like I felt like she didn't like me. I felt like the interview per se wasn't going well, but I really didn't know even what this was about, because I was just brought to her, and then I was asked to sit down, and then she walked up. And because of my insecurities, and I felt like she didn't like me or she wasn't approving of me, I said, "You haven't asked me the right question." And she didn't speak, but I felt her say, "What question?" And I said, "You didn't ask me anything spiritual." And she got upset. And she started like shaking her head like, no, like no. And she was looking at the person who brought me to her, and she was like shaking her head, just quickly, real short little shake. No. Like this is not the guy. And then I said, hold on, let me tell you what I'm talking about. And all I said was, I believe in God, the creator of the universe, and I believe in Jesus Christ. And before I can go further, she said, you believe in God? And she said that like she was surprised that I believed in God. And then she walked away, and she came back, and she handed me a black cylinder soft tube. Very similar to one of those noodles you see in swimming pools or that they sell at the dollar store for kids to play in the pool. Very similar to one of those noodles, but it was black and had some covering on it. And she handed it to me, and she stood about 6 or 7 feet away from me. She still hasn't really said anything. So I don't know what she wants I don't know what she's seeking. I don't know what she's trying to figure out or find out about me. So when she hands me this noodle, has a hole in it and everything, just like the ones at the swimming pools, I'm assuming again. I'm trying to figure out, what does she want from me? What does she want to hear from me? What do I need to do? Because I felt like I needed to show her that I keep saying reliable, and I'm not sure why, but I felt like I needed to prove something to her about me. So she hands me this noodle, and my assumption is that because there's a hole in it and she hasn't really spoke to me, that she wants to speak really quietly through this hole. So in my imagination, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to speak through the hole, and she's going to put it up to her ear so she can hear me, and then she's going to speak through the hole, and I'll put it up to my ear so I can hear her. So I'm holding this black tube with both of my hands, and I'm saying, okay, are we going to talk through this tube? And she puts her hand together. She's standing in front of me. I'm sitting down. And she puts her hands together like in a prayer. And she starts to do breath work. Breathing, inhaling deep and releasing. Breathing, inhaling, holding it, releasing. And then she closes her eyes. And I can see she's meditating. So I'm watching her for a second. I'm somewhat confused. I still don't know what this tube is. I'm thinking it's a tool that she's given me to communicate with her. But she's going into this deep meditation, and I can see energy. It's blue energy. I can see this blue energy coming from her aura, whatever, coming from her. Maybe like her third eye area, her forehead. I can see this blue energy. And it starts to come to me. And I continue to hold on to this tube. But I also meditate. So I know what she's doing as far as breath work goes, and meditation and calming and this aura. I don't even know if that's the right word. But this energy coming from her. So I close my eyes. I start to meditate with her. And I'm sitting on this chair that's on the ground. Like this bottom, the seat part that you sit on is also on the ground. And the chair starts to rock. And I just allow it to rock me back and forth. And it almost rocks back to a point where I feel like I'm going to fall over. And I kind of stop it for a second. But then I get this sense of just release. Just relax. Just release and allow. Surrender. And trust this process. So I take this deep breath. I just release whatever energy is within me. And I continue to just allow this chair to rock. And the whole time I'm still holding on to this tool that I believe, this tool that she gave me. And then finally I let go. And when I let go, I fell over into this blue energy. And when I fell into this blue energy, and I opened my eyes, she was in there with me. And I don't know the meaning of this. We were in the room, but within this energy. So we were almost in a spirit realm, per se. We were just in this other place that was bliss, that was love, that was joy, that was worry-free. And then there were like little plastic pieces, like toys almost, like game pieces, all over the ground, and they were light colors, pink and blue, like almost pastels, very light colors, and there were stars and just different shapes, and it was some kind of a game. A lot of these different pieces, and she was moving all these pieces around, and I didn't really know I didn't know how to play the game or what she was doing, but I just looked at her, and now she would speak to me. Here she spoke to me, and I said, "Is this a game?" And she says, "Yes, play the game." So I said, "But I don't know how to play the game." And she says, "Just play the game." So I started just moving these pieces around, not really understanding that we were playing a game. And then I saw these two people walk up outside of this blue energy that we were in. These two boys, they seemed like, young, early 20s boys that walked up. And they weren't within our energy, but they were looking at us. And they had this real negative energy. So she started to pick up all these toys, these little items that were on the ground, the game that we were playing, and she's putting them away. So I start to help her, and I look up, and again I see these two boys, and they're just a negative energy. I don't know what they want or didn't want, but their presence was there, and they were looking at us. And then there was a few of these pieces of these toys still left on the ground, and I said, "Are these really here? Like in this room, or are they just within this realm that we're in?" And she said, "They're just within this realm, but we still need to pick them up and clean them up and put them away." So I helped her sweep them all together with my hand. We picked them up and we put them away. And then she disappeared, and I was back in the room. And I felt it was time to go, but I also felt like everything was okay, and I had nothing to prove. And the message that I got from that was what I started with. Let go. We hold on to things, and we have to let go of them. We hold on to what we think we know. We hold on to stories that we tell ourselves. We hold on to what we think is going to help us get to the next point of our life, in life or and in business. We hold on to people that we think are going to get us there. And we need to let go. We need to release people, things, thoughts, things that we think we know. And this is the second time. I said I had a few dreams. This is the second time that I've had this. Let go of the things you think you know, and the people you think are here to help you, or that you're waiting on to help you. Because it's not up to anybody or anything else. It's up to you. It's up to me to create the life that we want in life and in business. It's up to me and it's up to you to create the happiness, the joy, to live in the light, to live in that blue spiritual energy. It's up to me and it's up to you. It's up to me for me, and it's up to you for you to create the life you want to live. Yes, there are people that can help us to understand things. There are people that can teach us. There are people who can educate us on things. But it's not up to them to change us. It's not up to anybody else to look to and go, "Okay, I'm waiting for you now. I need you to do this for me. I need you to do that for me." It's up to us to go, "Okay, this is what I need to do, and I'm going to do it. This is what I need to do." We have to let go. If you let go, you're free to receive. If you let go, you're free to receive. If you're holding on to something, let's talk physically for a second, in a spiritual sense. If you're holding on to something with your hands, they're not open to receive anything. It's the same thing spiritually, emotionally, mentally. If we're holding on to things, waiting for somebody else to save us, waiting for somebody else to pay us, waiting for somebody else to take care of us, we're not open to receiving what God has for us, what we have the ability to take on and receive for ourselves. Another video, I'll share the other story, but it meant the same thing. Let go of what you think you know, because that's what's holding you back. Enjoy the day. Let go. Let go.